Hey, hi, welcome to this brand new series. We are looking at some of the real certification questions for Solution Architect Associate C03. This is the part one. I will post many more such parts. Now, if you visit my channel, you might see this join button. Please feel free to join this. There is a subscription. The SAA C03 contents will not be free on this channel. You will have to join and take the membership. This part is just a teaser, and if you want to have a view of more questions, please join the subscription. Now, for any of the efforts, if you want to make a small donation, please click the thanks button here. You see this at the bottom, the thanks button. This will allow you to donate whatever amount you want. Let us move to the questions. Now, please hit the subscribe channel, and if possible join the channel. There will be a very nominal monthly subscription, but this will ensure you some of the premium quality content of how to decode the questions and options for Solution Architect Associate C03. Like you know, C02 has expired. C03 is the latest one. Now let us look at the question. So the question looks big, but let us try to decode this. See, there is a production environment. There is one EC2 instance, and it has a EBS volume. Now you are doing a clone and you are creating another test environment. So the key point is modifications to the clone data should not affect production environment. If after cloning you are making an update here, okay, this should not go to the prod environment here. Prod should be left alone. In short, the movement of data can happen this way. It cannot happen this way. This is wrong. So this is your key point one. The other key point is here. You want consistently high IO performance. Okay, you want high IO performance. This is your requirement two. So you understand the requirements, but what is the key final ask? You as a solution architect, why we are saying solution architect? Because this is a solution architect certification. Common sense. You need to minimize the time that is required to clone. So when you are creating this clone from here till here, it should be fast. Now which options here would help you meet this requirement? So option A, it is telling you, boss, take a snapshot from this guy here and put it on instant store volumes. Do not create EBS volume. You see here, this is EBS volume. Don't create EBS volume here. Don't create it here. Put it in instant store. It's like you have Amitabh Bachchan with say 6.6 feet 4 inches tall. You want to move it to the test environment and uh, put Amitabh Bachchan into a dress of Amir Khan. Amir Khan is 5 foot 5 inch. Okay, will that work? Now you might say, hey, who told you EBS? This guy is Amitabh Bachchan. See, this question here itself clone large amounts of production data. This itself says this guy is Amitabh Bachchan, 6.4. So this will not work. Why? Point number one, it is temporary block level storage. Point number one. So you have permanent data here. This guy is having permanent data. You want to put it in a temporary store. That is wrong way of solutioning things. Now someone might say, hey boss, you are very arrogant. Why cannot we store it here? Because you use the instant store as a buffer, as a cache, as a scratch data. Okay, it is just like the RAM on your laptops. Will you store a database in your RAM, the entire database? If you terminate the instance, the data is lost. What if your EC2 instance, you just switch it off, restart? The data is lost, right? Why would you keep your data here? This is short-term storage. It's a Gajini. You know Gajini movie? Short-term memory loss. This guy is the Gajini. Amir Khan Gajini. We know this is wrong now. We established that. Let's look at option B. Option B suggests let's use multi-attach feature. Now someone may ask, is there such feature existing? Yes, yes, it exists. But then you don't trust me, right? So you can put one volume to multiple instances using multi-attach. It is just like one guy marrying two, three girls. So that is not allowed as per our constitution. But in AWS world, this kind of mechanism is allowed. They call it multi-attach. It's like one husband having attachment with multiple wives. So option B, it says, boss, first take a snapshot of this. This is the first step. They are telling take EBS snapshot of production EBS volume. So you might think, okay, they took the snapshot, they will attach the test box to this EBS. But these guys are foolish guys. They are now attaching the same EBS that production has to AC2 because they are saying, hey, you know what? We have multi-attach feature. Boss, if you have multi-attach feature, why are you wasting time with creating a snapshot here? First of all, you wasted your time here. Second thing is the requirement 1 year. You see this? We clearly told data can move one way. If you modify your clone data, it should not hit production. Now this EC2 instance test box, they modify the data, it goes into the same EBS volume where production exists. Now you have modified the production data. You have not met the requirement. This is wrong. So we have now derived that B is wrong. Now let us look at option C. See, option C and D, they are similar in nature. There is only one difference. The key difference, I'm telling you, key difference is that one guy, option C, is first attaching and then restoring. The other guy, option D, is first restoring and then attaching. Now it is confusion. In the exam, uh, two answers, two options, you can clearly identify these are purely wrong. But then you are always facing this scenario where you don't know one over the other. So what should you do? You should not toss and pick the answer. You should not do that. You should join the Cloud Guru channel here, and that way your concepts will be very clear. So you will never be in this scenario where you don't know which one to choose. Conceptually, always remember, conceptually you should restore first and attach later. You don't trust me, I don't care, but trust this documentation. So this is the section. If you see this, these guys are first restoring, they are creating a volume from the snapshot. They are first restoring the snapshot and then attaching it to your instance. So this is the right step. So now you know option C is incorrect. Now you may say, hey, you know what? This guy here, it tells EBS fast snapshot restore feature. Is this feature available? Is this available? Yes, very much. EBS has this fast snapshot restore features, and this is what this option is putting into play. Hence, option D is the right one. This is my final answer. Please hit the subscribe button. I will keep posting such teasers, but remember, you will have to join in order to get more in-depth content, more questions on Solution Architect C03 Associate. These are all real certification questions. Now you might ask, Cloud Guru, what is free? So there is a playlist on Solution Architect Associate C02. Those are still relevant because there are most of the base topics remains the same. So you should go through those videos and practice. Plus there are some changed topics. I will continue to post the questions around these topics, but that will not be free. See you in the next part.